There was a hand in the darkness, and it held a knife. You see that text just fade onto a black screen. A single, chilling line. That's it. That's our cold open. It tells you everything you need to know about the tone, and it's a promise of the danger that's coming.
And right from that black screen, bam! A flurry of quick, silent cuts. You see a dark coat slipping through a doorway, a kid's toy on the carpet, a tiny hand gripping the railing of a crib. And then, a shot of a man in black leather gloves, his polished shoes just gleaming in the moonlight. This guy's a professional, a hunter, and his target, a little toddler, has just managed to escape, bumping his way down the stairs and out into the night.
So that's where our first act really kicks off. A killer in the night. The toddler, he's not scared, he's just curious, and he toddles right up the hill, straight toward the gates of an old, forgotten graveyard. He has no idea, but he's literally escaping one world and about to stumble headfirst into a completely different one. So picture this scene. The baby squeezes right through the locked iron gates. And on the other side, these two translucent figures just shimmer into view. It's Mr. and Mrs. Owens, ghosts from like 100 years ago. And just then, this raw, flickering shape that looks like TV static appears. It's the boy's mother, just moments after she was killed. And her desperate, silent scream just echoes, "Protect my son." It's such a powerful visual, right? The solid, living baby and these desperate, fading spirits. And then, our villain makes his entrance. The man, Jack. I'm picturing a close-up on a polished black shoe scraping against old brick as he just pulls himself over the wall. He drops into the graveyard without a sound, a perfect, dark silhouette against the moon. See, he's not some monster. He's a professional, clean, precise, and he is not going to stop. And his knife is already out. But, the graveyard has its own protectors. And we meet Silas. He's not really alive, but he's not exactly dead either. He's this perfect bridge between both worlds. He can go out into the living world to get food for the baby, but he also exists among the dead. You can just picture his design for the anime, sleek, dark, with this quiet, powerful authority to him. Now, Silas doesn't fight Jack with brute force. No, he uses something way more powerful. He confronts him with pure suggestion. Imagine this scene. Silas is impossibly calm, his voice is like silk, and he just convinces Jack that what he saw must have been a fox or a trick of the fog. He doesn't command him, he just persuades him. And with a few carefully chosen words, he walks the most dangerous man in the world right out of the graveyard. It's a battle of minds, not muscle. Okay, so the immediate danger is gone. But that leaves a huge question. What do you do with a living baby in a land of the dead? This brings us to how our hero gets his name, and this amazing set of abilities, something called the freedom of the graveyard. See, the community of ghosts gives the baby this special status, and it's basically the core of the story's magic system, the freedom of the graveyard. With this, the boy can see perfectly in pitch-black crypts. He can learn to fade so the living can't see him, and the graveyard itself protects him. It's his superpower, and it's given to him by his new, very unconventional family. And of course, every hero needs a name. As all the ghosts are debating what to call him, Mrs. Owens says, "He looks like nobody but himself." And Silas, who's always practical, just says, "Then nobody it is. Nobody Owens." And it's brilliant. The name isn't a joke, it's camouflage. It's a name that's going to help keep him hidden from the world that's trying to kill him. I'm imagining this incredible wide shot, hundreds of ghosts from every single era. You've got Roman soldiers, Victorian ladies, medieval farmers, all gathered in this moonlit amphitheater. Their voices are this low murmur as they debate what to do with the child. It's like a spectral town hall meeting. And finally they agree. The Owenses will be his parents, Silas will be his guardian, and the entire graveyard will be his family. So, with a home, a family, and a name, our hero is safe. Now we get to see him grow up, and we get to witness his very first real connection to the world of the living. This whole next section would be this beautiful montage sequence of his childhood. You'd see a tiny bod tracing the letters on a 200-year-old headstone while Silas teaches him the alphabet. He learns history not from some dusty book, but straight from the ghosts who were actually there. A Roman telling him about the legions, a woman describing the plague. It's the most incredible hands-on education you could possibly imagine. But he's still a boy, and he gets lonely.
Then, one day, he meets Scarlet, a living girl who's playing among the tombs. And their friendship is just so charming and kind of awkward. She's telling him about TV and particle physics. He's telling her about the time his friend, a ghost from the 1700s, met the Queen. It's his first real taste of a normal life, and it's just wonderful to watch.
But of course, safety can't last forever. Every hero has to be tested, and Borod's first big trial is this terrifying journey into a whole other dimension. This is the Hounds of God.
So Silas has to leave the graveyard for a while, and he leaves Bod with this really strict, mysterious new teacher named Miss Lupescu. She's all about rules and serves in this weird food, and Bod, feeling abandoned and just totally frustrated, decides to rebel. He wanders off to the one place he was told to never go, this broken, overgrown grave that just feels wrong. It's a ghoul gate, a doorway to another world. And this is where the animation would just go absolutely wild. These little creepy creatures called ghouls grab him and pull him down through the grave. He falls into this total hellscape. The sky is this angry, infected red. The sun is just a tiny dying star, and tombstones are jutting out from everywhere. The ghouls are swinging from grave to grave, tossing Bob between them as they go deeper into this awful place. He is trapped. He's alone in this hostile dimension, surrounded by creatures who are literally just deciding when to eat him. How is a small boy supposed to get out of this? Well, the answer comes from the most unexpected person you can imagine. Help is on the way, from the very teacher he was trying to run away from, the stern, no-nonsense Miss Lupescu. And this would be an unbelievable anime transformation sequence. Just as the ghouls are cornering Bod, this massive gray beast with flaming eyes just crashes into the scene. It's like a wolf, but way bigger, way more powerful. And when it speaks, we hear Miss Lupescu's voice. She's not just a teacher. She is a hound of God, a legendary protector, and she has come to bring her student home. Epic. Just epic. This whole terrifying experience really marks the end of Bod's childhood. It brings us to the close of our first act pitch, and it summarizes what our hero has now become, a boy of two worlds. So after all these trials, nobody has built up this pretty unique toolkit, right? He's got the skills of the dead, he can fade from sight, he can dream walk, he can even do a little haunting, but he's also got the warmth and the life of a living boy. He's not one or the other anymore, he's become a bridge between them. And that is what sets up the entire rest of the series, because Bod is safe, for now. He's got ghosts protecting him, a guardian who's neither living nor dead, and a literal hound of God on his side. But what happens when the man Jack, the killer from that very first night, finally puts all the pieces together? What happens when the hunter realizes his prey has been hiding in plain sight, in the one place in the world he'd never think to look?